Hey, everybody, we're being recorded again. I'm very excited about it.
Man,
Welcome to another fun filled episode of This is the Future.
unfortunately,
It is. It really is. How
it's
you doing, dude?
I'm doing good. I like because all right, so people that are listening to this can't hear it,
Right.
but it says like it doesn't like it counts down or something, and then it says you are recording, and you have to press like continue or something like that. So it throws us off because we want to like make a remark about it, but like last week's episode we did, but you couldn't hear anything,
Right. It
so
says right when we click record, it says, this meeting is being recorded. And then it goes. And we're just so happy with the software update that happened that we got very excited. We thought all of you could hear it and you can't. So it's perfect. This is the
perfect.
future. This is the future, unfortunately. There you have it. It's an unfortunate thing of the future. You couldn't hear it. Any freaking way. I'm late to recording today. I apologize, Alex.
Yeah.
But I think this is a pretty, it's a stupid reason to be late. That's what I'm going to say. I was on my way home and I was literally at an intersection where I could go left and go straight home or go right, pick up some pot and then go straight home. So I chose right. And no shit, I was listening to this week's album that we're going to talk about towards the end. I
Yeah.
was listening to that album and I was like, yeah, I want to get some herb. I'm like, yeah, all right, to the right, to the right, to the right. So I go to the fucking dump, the dispensary, and I knew I had to wait a few minutes. So I go to Chick-fil-A and wait in a really long line for fucking sweet tea that isn't that sweet. Then I go to the fucking dispensary and I'm sitting there waiting in the curbside and people are walking in and coming out quicker than I am. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to walk in and get this shit over with.
Right.
So I get, and this, long story short, this is Philadelphia suburbs. So definitely going to turn into a shit show real quick. So I get in there, give them my cards, stand on a dot, and I'm waiting in there, and then more and more people. There's like two people when I'm in there, and then 10 minutes later, there's 15 people, and now it's like Connect Four, but all the squares are full, all the circles, everyone, we're all standing there. The system shut down, and we can see the people through in the other room that are selling the weed, and they're all just like, I'm like, this isn't good.
Their system, their computers,
Their sales system is down.
their POS. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're whatever they call it. So we're waiting. I'm giving them a few minutes, and then there's like a glimmer of hope, like 10 minutes into this, and then nothing. And finally, this pencil neck comes out, and he's just like, "Yeah, it's probably gonna be down for a while." And the one chick who's been sitting here this whole time finally says, "Yeah, it's down statewide." I said, "Did you say the system is down statewide?" And everyone's like, she's like, "Yeah." And all of a sudden, everyone just goes up to the desk and starts grabbing their cards. That's and every card that they grab, that's money walking out the door. You know, and the people are literally on their phones like beep beep beep. Hey Chris, are you there? I'm swinging by your house. Like, fuck this gourmet shit. I'm on my way. So we all drove to Chris's house. No, I'm just kidding. But in any case, it was
Thanks.
just funny to watch the money leave their table. You know what I mean? Like I've been in this situation at my job, but all these orders were already placed because that's how they roll. So it was just funny to watch cards going away and going. I grab my shit. I'm like, fuck this. I'm out. This is stupid. Just because it tastes like pineapple and sex doesn't mean I have to wait for it. So
Pineapple
got the
sex.
fuck home, and here I am. So I apologize. I'm a drug addict that delayed the show. Not to the fans. You guys wouldn't know the difference. But Alex, my drug habit has in fact delayed our show.
It happens. Part of life.
That's a good friend right there.
Part of
Yeah,
life.
fuck it. I know you have a problem. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know your addiction, Sonny. I,
It'd be funny if you went to the beer store and you're like, yeah, the beer POS system was down for the whole country,
yeah,
so
we
just
gotta
didn't
wait for the
happen.
beer, Tony. Sorry. You know my priorities. Come on.
So anyway, that's why I was late. But how's Alex Rios's week been?
um, Good. Well, I mean, okay. My dog had surgery. She had
Mm-hmm.
bladder surgery. So pretty it's like a semi-serious surgery. Um I mean, anytime you have to cut open an animal, it's pretty serious. But it's um, she had polyps in her bladder, so they had to remove them.
Mm.
And so she's got to wear a cone on her head, a fucking lampshade, and because like she's not supposed to lick it, not
Right.
supposed to
Nope.
lick, and it's like right above her hoo-ha, and so she wants to lick it because she's trying to clean herself, and it's right there, so she's like, don't mind if I do, kind of thing.
Right.
And but she's got to wear this fucking cone, and she hates it. Fucking whines and yells about it, and just like won't move. And but she really only has to wear it when we're like sleeping or in the shower or something, like not right next to her. Like if we're right next to her, it's fine. She's right there, not a cone on. But so I've only gotten like 3 hours of sleep for the last week.
Oh man.
Because she wakes me the fuck up, and I'm like, you know what, fine, fuck you, I'll take the fucking lampshade off. And so I do, and then so if I take the fucking cone off, I have to stay awake.
Yep.
So I've just been laying in bed like looking at her for like while this fucking dog, that doesn't contribute shit, doesn't pay rent, doesn't have a job or thumbs, doesn't do nothing. She gets a good night's sleep. She already sleeps like 15 hours a day, 16 hours a day.
Right.
And I'm over here paying the fucking, half the rent. It's fucking bitch. I love her. But
so can she sleep with the cone on?
She can, but she doesn't. Like, it's a cone. Like, we have two of them. One's plastic, and this one is like bendy. It looks like a mini skirt.
Yeah, it looks like a brassiere.
Yeah, sometimes I wear it, but that's a different show, Tony. Same name, but this is different.
Same name. This is the future.
Unfortunately.
Alex Rio's solo edition.
Yeah.
It's the name of his OnlyFans page, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
This is the future,
unfortunately.
As an OnlyFans page, that's funny.
We should start one.
It's not even a joke. I don't want to go up. I'll just say it's really not a joke. All the famous people, not all of them, but a lot of famous people are joining OnlyFans. They're being persuaded to join OnlyFans, but not to show off their hoo-has and hee-hees. It's just to talk and try to turn OnlyFans into more than just amateur porn for people who want to buy a Lexus. So there's a lot of famous people who aren't going to show you their shit, and you just pay to listen to them talk. Which
we should do it though. And
do we move over to OnlyFans and have like 3 fans instead of 10?
Yeah. No, but we'll it'll be porn, of course, but it'll be like brother.
What? No.
No, listen, hear me out, and we'll call it Only Fam.
They already have that website. It's in the deep south.
We'll keep it in the,
Who's got to leave the house to meet women? Not us. No. Only Fams.
That was just a long walk for a stupid joke. That's it.
I don't give a shit. That was great.
Only Fam.
If it wasn't for stupid jokes, we'd have none at all.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here. But other than that, week's been fine, normal. It's just fucking, I'm a few grand in the hole. We're a few grand in the hole. Like, as far I don't know why. Like, listen, I love her more than most things. I would light a city on fire for my dog. I would drink the blood of kids for my dog. But I don't know.
It's getting expensive.
A lot of money. A lot of money. And like, we had to take her in this morning because it looked like there was some stuff, it looked kind of not great. And we're like, shit. So we had to drive to Vancouver, which is about a half hour away, in the mornings. And I had to wake up we had to wake up in the morning, be there at 9:30. So I woke up at like 8. I went to bed at 4:30. So
I did.
And so I'm tired as fuck. I have to go there because we thought something was wrong. And then they just like look at her like, oh, it's kind of normal. And I'm like, all this for fucking nothing? Why couldn't you say something to make it worth it? God
Oh my
damn it.
God. It's like, at least lie to me, man. Otherwise, I could have sent you a picture and you could have just told me.
See, I did. I sent them a picture and they were like, oh, you better come in. But see, here's the thing. All joking aside, I am glad it wasn't something because that means it would have cost some money. But
Right.
I don't know. Still have to drive to Vancouver for.
Well, if here's the thing, if they see a picture and they're like, nah, you better come in.
Yeah.
And then you come in like, oh, she's good. It's just like, hey, could I have just sent you like a video in high def then? You could have just said, I need a longer look, and I could have just filmed the shit for 10 to 15 seconds in high def. And it's the same as being live, baby. Technology.
I know, right?
It's a real bummer. That's just like when I was at the dispensary. I mean, I know enough about technology. When the system is down statewide, call your friend Chris and buy his shit. It's not going to happen. Same thing here, you know. It's like, dude, technology. If it's good, use it. Yeah. So next time, get it. You know, it's like you're going to get a high def video. Give me an answer. I'm not coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
I
you
love
send them the wrong video. Like, whoops.
This is supposed to be posted to OnlyFam.
It's in high def.
Sorry, wrong doctor.
Then they ask you to send more.
I was wearing the cone. I don't know what you want.
Wearing both cones. You
Yeah,
figure it out.
I was on all fours. You know.
A set of finger cuffs.
Oh man. Nah, I love this dog, but you know, fucking money.
That's funny, right? I love this dog, but you know, ...
I do. I'm serious. I would push a little kid off of a swing set if it meant that she didn't have to have surgery. Like I would roundhouse an old lady in the head if it meant that she didn't have to have surgery. But
Yeah.
money.
So you would do 90 days in county for your dog.
I would.
At least. Jesus. Well, it's like, I mean, not to compare animals to used cars, but I will. The problem here is like when you have a car and you know if it's all paid off, then you're great, you're cruising. But then shit starts to break on it. So then if you find yourself repetitively fixing shit every month, all of a sudden you're paying for your car again. At $300 here, $600 there. So
Yep.
just like the car, it's like, hey dog, get your shit together because I paid $50 at the pound for you, and now you're costing me $1,500. What the
Yeah.
fuck? You know, just talk. You know, dogs understand. They can stop this from happening.
Yeah.
You know, just have her. What you said, she had stones, right? Just have her stop drinking energy drinks. That's all. Just one less rock star a day, no problem.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is that she's had bladder stones before. These were polyps, so they were worried that they were cancerous.
I mean, all joking aside, I am very happy. I mean, that she's okay. I mean that. I give a shit about animals, and you know,
Mhm.
very happy that your dog's okay. But at the same time, it's frustrating, you know.
It is. It's just like, no, I love her. I'd spend more money on her if I had to, but I'm still like, you know, like get a job kind of thing, you know?
You know, I mean, she just go out there with the cone, put a sign in front of her while you're at work, and people love dogs where you are. She's going to make more money out in front of your job than you'll probably make inside your job tonight.
Yeah, it's true.
Just donation jar, man. That's all you need. Like a dog bowl with no food in it, and then people it just says donations. And then she sits there with a cone, and she's got her, you know, her sore or whatever, and people are like, all right, well, fuck it. I gotta say, you know, there you go. You come back, and you know, she's got a nice little I don't know, some sort of item shows she made money while you were gone.
You hear that? Huh? You hear that? Better start listening.
I feel like I think you get tipped more, or not tipped, but you get donations more if you have a dog with you.
Yeah, I think people do. People definitely feel sorry for the dog.
Well, and I feel like even if the person isn't there and it's just the dog, I think the dog will make more than a human any day of the week, especially where you live. I think people tip dogs without even knowing it. They're just like, oh, like this dog's like, hey, I'm just hanging out. I don't need money. And someone's like, you were sitting here on the curb. I gave you $1. And the dog's like, I don't need $1. It's my fucking day off. You know, I mean,
Okay,
poor dog just getting
day off.
donations because he looks homeless.
See, that's the thing. It's like there is a lot of like, homeless people in Portland with dogs, and people do feel more sympathy for the dog. But then you got to think about it like a dog. Think in dog terms, not in people terms. That dog that is homeless probably is happier than a dog that is homeless. It's outside all the time, gets to roll around in the dirt. It gets to eat garbage food out of the garbage. Like it gets to wear a handkerchief, and its owner pretends to know how to play the banjo with a face tag. That dog is probably very happy. The dog doesn't know. It's like, I get to sleep in the dirt every night. This is awesome. I get to share a half a beer and a already half-eaten tuna fish sandwich with this guy that won't get a job. Just kidding. There's more to it than just getting a job. Obviously, there's a lot in. I'm not trying to be a dick. But
get back on track. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I just kind of see like a dog like that, like they ride the rails, that kind of thing. And it's just like the dog has like a little, it's somewhere this dog has a map of the 50 states, and it's like, all I got to do is hit Alaska and Hawaii, and I got all 50. And it's got like on its bandana, the bandana is of America, and each state has a paw print on it from where he or she has visited. Like, so I'm with you. Like, yeah, it's probably not that bad for a dog who's out living the life with someone who desperately wants to take care of that dog, because in that person's eyes, that's probably all they have is that dog, and vice versa. So it's the true relationship. It's the American experience, nowhere to live, everywhere to go. And the dog doesn't give a shit because the human's over there fighting for dog food. It's like, this is great. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
He's going to go back and look at my map. Oh, wow, look at that. Hey, when you're done hitting that guy with a banjo, can we go to fucking Kansas? I hear good things.
I hear good things. They got good dirt to sleep in.
There's better banjo players in Kansas than you.
It's probably true. I had a question for you about you said that there was cards that like you had to bring your cards to the dispensary. What do you mean cards?
You have to bring so in the state of Pennsylvania, you have to bring your driver's license, and then you get something that looks just like your driver's license that says medical marijuana program on it. You have to have both.
Okay. That makes sense. I don't know what I was thinking exactly, but yeah, that makes sense.
Well, this is the Delco part that happened, and I just love this shit. Anywhere else, I really don't think people would have made a big stink about it. But out of the 15 people that were standing there, when people started to realize this isn't going to happen, an older woman who probably says this everywhere she goes when she doesn't get what she wants, said basically something to the extent, she's like, when is it going to be back online? And they're like, we don't know. And she was like, she pulls her mask down and she's like, you just need to do better next time. This ain't no good. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What are these idiots supposed to do about that? Nothing. Right. Like the whole state's down. But this woman, it just has to throw in that bag of guilt, like a bag of flaming dog shit. Just throw it up against the window. You just could do better. No, they couldn't, you rusty ass Margaret with a temporary hip. They couldn't do any fucking better. Because if they could do better, they would fucking do it. They would get our ugly ass fucking lazy eyes out of there and out the fucking street and next. They don't care. They want to sell drugs and move on. Like, dude, trust me, I sold them.
It's like, oh, we were just waiting for some old hag to tell us to do better. Like, oh, yeah. Thanks, Gladys. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Hey, everyone, do better. She says so. Oh, yeah, didn't know. Okay, yeah.
Right, and the computer just goes, bing, and everything works, right? Like, hey, Rusty Margaret. Okay, fucking bag of dicks, get out of here.
Hey, get you and your fucking bingo card out of here.
Now, they didn't say this inside, but as I walked out and noticed the whole parking lot, even where I was going to exit was full of cars, and it's a one-way parking lot, one way in, one way out on a very busy street. I basically started when I walked out. There was a line of people waiting to get in, and I was like, "System shut down for the rest of the day. Get out of here!" And everyone just backed up and left, and I could pull right out. I was like, "Yes!"
Like,
And that's
oh,
not true. What I said, I have no fucking idea. It could be on right now. I really wouldn't know. But what I did do was get out of there and get in here to record this show. So lying helps.
yeah, no. See, that's the thing is a lot of people don't understand is lying's good.
If it works for you, yeah, it really does. Lying's good, okay?
I'm kidding, but you ever thought about it this way? Lying is kind of like almost like a real superpower.
Whoa.
Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it. If you're good at it, you can convince somebody almost anything. That's kind of a superpower in a way. Like you could convince, like maybe the system wasn't down, but you sounded sincere enough. They believed you, and then you got to get out of there quicker.
Right.
That's kind of like a mundane, boring superpower, but I kind of think lying in a way is like a superpower, like a real human superpower in a way. I don't know.
Well, you literally just described sales. Like that's sales. You lie or stretch the truth in
Like,
order to get what you need. It's just like if it's getting someone off the phone or getting the hell out of there, whatever it is, it's like you take the truth and you embellish.
you
That's
bet.
it. And then you say, I didn't say that. Then it fucks everybody up and no one has any proof. So yeah, lying is good. You're right. It's a superpower.
If anyone gets anything out of this, lying, way to go.
Listen, everything's cyclical, So right now we're going back to lying is good. Then we'll get back to telling the truth later, but
Yeah.
no.
Why tell the truth when lying feels so good? You know what I'm saying?
That feels like, yeah, that sounds like something from a 90s movie. It sounds good. I like it.
Oh man. So other than the not being able to buy weed, how's your week?
It was good. They my daughter and her friend were here for 3 weeks. They just left yesterday. So did that. I don't know. Nothing too exciting there. It was really cool. Her friend had never been on roller coasters, and by the end of it, we took her to like 7 amusement parks, and she like fucking owned it. She wrote a lot of shit. It was great. I love anyone who can at least try. Never done anything before, and you give it a shot. You're cool in my book. If you're throwing up in the bushes for 45 minutes after that, I'll wait for you because you tried, and that's all that matters. I might get a soft pretzel and a lemonade and watch you throw up, but I'll support you because you tried, and that's all that matters. Maybe you don't ever want to ride rides again, but you tried. That's all I care about.
I remember I was at the county fair in Redmond, Oregon, when I was like a younger teenager, 13 or 12 or something. And there was this ride called the Zipper. Do you remember
Oh,
Zipper?
yes.
And I wanted to try. I wanted to ride it for the first time. And I was in line, and it was a long line, and I was about to go get in the Zipper. I was next in line, but they had to stop shut the ride down for a little bit because two different people in two different of the cars, because they spin. It's like you know what it is, right?
Yeah. It's like a chainsaw blade with
Yeah,
revolving.
exactly. It's like a
Ugh.
chainsaw blade that spins like this, and then it has a thing in the middle, and it spins, and
Yep.
then it has these little carts that are connected to the chainsaw blade, and the carts spin. So
Yep.
you're like spinning in like three different ways.
Ugh.
And
I
I
don't
was
do
about
well
to
on
get
that.
on it, and then they had to shut down the ride because two different people in two different carts threw up all over the place, and
Ugh.
and I rode the Zipper, and I think I threw up in a garbage can after that. But I don't know what like made me want to still do it after seeing two people just blow chunks spinning in the air, just like. See, that's the difference between a roller coaster and like a fair ride. Fair rides are just are like low grade, like crack, right? Like low grade, like bad crack that's made over a dumpster fire, and then like roller coaster rides that you like to ride are like high level, like, you know, black tar heroin, like the good shit, you know, the expensive stuff, that kind of thing.
Damn gourmet shit. That's
Yeah,
right.
gourmet heroin.
So I would have to agree with you 100%. But here's the dangerous part about carnival rides versus a roller coaster, in my opinion. A roller coaster has a definite ending time. It has a run time. Unless it gets stuck, you know it's going to end within a couple of minutes. That's the truth. So you just hold the fuck on if you're not having a good time, and you ride it out and you're done. But with carnival rides, that's not the case. Like they can go as long as they want to and have. It doesn't matter. They decide when to stop the damn thing, especially at a carnival. So if some uppity redneck's like, "Hey man, here's 100, give me a good ride," then everyone else on the zipper who didn't tip that $100 is in for that ride. It's not just for Joe Bob. It's for everybody. And you got to keep going and going and going. And I did ride that ride. The last time I rode it I was like 18 years old, and I never wore nice clothes, but for this point in my life, I was wearing nice clothes. I had a button up and maybe some shorts, or I don't know, something cute. In any case, had like a cool necklace on. I don't do any of that. I don't try anymore, but I used to. So I'm in the zipper with the friend of the chick that, you know, whatever, the person I'm hanging out with at that point. And we're doing the thing, and I just remember she's like, "Ooh." Well, you know, in the zipper, there's no seatbelt. There's no nothing. You're just in a cage, pretty much, with a rough ass like vinyl seat. That's it. Nothing holding you in there. So I put my hands up against the gate, and every time I went by the person running it, I was just like, "Stop, stop, I gotta get off. I gotta get off." And he wasn't stopping. So eventually, to keep myself like straight, I was looking inside the cart, and I'll never forget this. There was a big heart written in marker, and it says, "Joey loves Joey." That's it. That's all it said. And I was just like, and this is, you know, it was before phones, so I didn't get to take a picture of it. But I was like sitting there and I'm like holding on. I just kept saying, "Joey loves Joey. Joey loves Joey." And the chick next to me, she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Don't talk to me right now. Joey loves Joey. Joey loves Joey. Joey loves Joey." And as soon as I got out of that thing, he let me out. I was like, "Let me get out. Let me get out. I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Gotta get out. Gotta get out. Gotta get like that." He opens the gate. I like flew. I was like, "Ah!" And I go running, pushing people out of the way. And my grandmother was the one who took us there. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Joey loves Joey." Just like the heels of my feet came off the ground when I threw up. Like a straight leg, straight back, but hunched over.
Push you up and like
Right. Trying not to throw up on my white shirt and cute necklace. Just like, I'm like watching my calf muscles just, and everyone's looking at me. It's a boardwalk full of a million pissed off people from the East Coast. It's just great. And people are like, "Yeah," like clapping and shit. I think I got a couple of ones out of it. I don't know. It was a great time. Last fucking time I ride that shit box.
Yeah, I will never ever do that. Joey loves Joey. Joey loves. Oh.
Fuck, man, no way. So roller coasters, while that you can be on one that sucks, they end.
Yeah.
You know, just hang the fuck on. But you don't know how long it's gonna. You're like begging the guy, "Please, Mr. Carney, who made a lot of good life decisions, let me out of here. Please, it's the only time your life is important right now. Let me out."
Hey, Joey and Joey, let me out of here.
I won't tell anybody, Joey and Joey. Just let me out.
Hey, Jojo, get me the fuck out of here.
Fuck.
Maybe Joey was just one person.
That's what I was wondering.
But they went by JoJo, so they were making their name longer. They're making both part of their short name longer. Instead of JoJo, it's Joey.
Right.
So you just wrote Joey loves Joey.
Or maybe it's just somebody who's really into themselves and they took themselves out on a date, and the date was to the carnival with the zipper. And then they were sitting there waiting for their turn to throw up or whatever. And they were like, "You know what? I'm a great guy. Joey loves Joey." And Joey is a good New Jersey name. So the carnival ride was probably, you know, it was in wherever it was. Anyway, it was probably one of those, what do you call them? Jersey Shore type crap people, but hey,
Sure.
Joey loves Joey. I fucking love me. Or I thought about when I was in there, I'm thinking that one person named Joey met another person named Joey, and that was the spark.
Yeah.
It's like, what's your name, Joey? My name's Joey. Yeah, that's it. And the rest
Match,
is history. So
a
there's
match
either
made in
one
heaven.
or two Joeys in that cart when that happened.
Right.
Pretty fun. Yeah, but fuck the zipper. Not gonna
Um,
happen.
fuck the zipper. Unless you got anything else. Speaking of fucking zippers.
Not gonna fuck the zipper.
Think it's I think we could talk about music now.
Oh, let's do it, man. Absolutely.
All right. So this week's band was Tribal Seeds. The
Mm-hmm.
album was called The Harvest.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit about Tribal Seeds. They're from San Diego, I believe. And even if they're not, we'll just say that they are because it sounds like it. Um, they started in 2005 to now. So they've been a band for 16 years. So
Mm-hmm.
quite a while. What'd you think? Let's start with you, Tony.
All right. So you got to be in a mood for music like that. Me personally, and I definitely listen to it a couple different times. It's not gym music. It doesn't work there. Not for me. But if you're going to a dispensary, it's great. So if you're a stoner, this is great. This is great. This is Peter Tosh. This is Bob Marley. This is all of that. If that's what you're into, if these are your vibes, um, I do. I actually, honestly, I do like it. Honestly, I would listen to it again. I would smoke. I have in the past. I would. This is smoking music. If you don't smoke, I mean, maybe you just work at I don't know, the place where they have plants. You're into plants, and you garden. Seems
You
like
like
gardening and Birkenstocks music. You know, it's cool, man. I mean, I just kind of. It's funny to me because something makes me laugh just because of like the way they say things in the music. Just it's not me. I mean, country stars make me laugh. Like, I love that girl. So when you hear someone say, I love the weed, brah, and it's just like, nobody talks like that. This is fucking crazy. Like, hard to take it seriously because they sing about weed and love. It's not like, don't forget to file your taxes. Like, it's not. it's
See,
it's
it's
like,
funny. It's like when people are singing like that, like um it's like metal, like heavy metal. No one talks like this all the time. That's like something that you have to make your vocal cords, your voice do. It's the same thing with like the reggae. It's like no one talks like that. You're faking it.
right. And that's why I'm picturing in my head, I'm like, all right, is this dude really from, I just picture this. I just picture like going to Target and checking out and then be like, wait a minute, aren't you the guy from Tribal Seeds? He's like, well, my real name's Clark and your total's 104.75, but yeah, man, I sing for the band. Like, whoa, you work at Target? That's crazy. Like, I
Yeah,
just feel like anyone could be the lead singer of that band. Anyone could, like you said, because it's a voice you put on. It's
right.
so it could be
Yeah.
anybody, just like
Well, I
someone in a
mean,
metal band that works at Home
pe-
Depot.
right. People in the world do kind of talk like that. I mean, it's Jamaican, but it's like that is definitely exaggerated and
Right.
not that person. I'm gonna go out on a limb and go out on a limb. Probably that person who sings in that band, probably not their real voice.
Right. And that's so.
Not, I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone, but I'm just saying maybe
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
wrong.
not. I mean, I'm ignorant, but I'm not trying to piss anyone off. No, me neither. But what I'm getting at is that music isn't humorous. It's not meant to be funny. But when I
Right.
listen to it, it's hard for me to take it 100% seriously. The beats are good. It's totally chill shit. If it's on in the background and you're chilling out, it's great. If you're just trying to relax your mind, that's exactly what I think it's for. That's why I listen to Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, all that shit. When I'm in that mood, this is another band that fits in there. But it kind of makes me giggle. Like, it's just because I'm like, So it's hard to take it too seriously, you know. It's just like love the earth, hug, you know. It's like yeah, you know. But I mean, yeah, all right, it's cool. I get it.
Right.
But at
I
the same time, I'm like, can we laugh or is that no? Like,
right. Yeah, I know. It's see. Here's the thing with me and this kind of music in this band and this album. I like reggae and I like ska.
mm,
I like reggae that is from where the music originated.
okay, yep.
Like I like uh Bob Marley. I like a person named Toots. You know Toots,
It's my
and I
tolls, yep.
like the Wailers. I like that kind of music. I don't go too deep in it, but I do like it. Um, I looked at the band, and it's a lot of like Latino people, but there's a lot of white people. And again, not trying to be offensive to anyone, but when I see white people with dreadlocks trying to play reggae, it just throws me off. I don't know. And I think people from people that are in Jamaica that play or wherever and that play reggae, they might agree. People, white dudes with dreadlocks trying to play reggae, they probably agree. Again, not trying to be a dick, but
No, I enjoyed it and I smile when I listen to it.
sure.
That
I I I thought I like what you said. There's a time and place for it, and I'm glad that we covered it. I'm glad we gave it a listen. I'll be honest, it's not for me. It's not my thing.
right,
But when I just like sit there and listen to it, like close my eyes, I do think like this is positive music,
right. It's
and they are, and it is like if you just try to take things away from it, things that you don't necessarily care for about it, like you try to take that away, it does sound good. I
right.
guess just I don't know. White guys with dreadlocks playing this kind of music just kind of like I'm like, I don't know. But
Well, it reminds me of this is going to be a reach for a lot of you, but if you've seen the movie Boogie Nights, um, Don Cheadle, I believe his name is pronounced. He has a character in that movie where he's a porn star, but he's trying to figure out what his identity is, and for a lot of it, he's a cowboy,
right,
and he's an African American, so it's kind of funny, like, and that's how I feel about this music, like white guys singing reggae. It's just like, hey, cowboy, cowboy, and everyone's like, really, cowboy? Like, okay, yeah, all right. And that's
right.
just that's kind of how it's in that part of it. It's humorous to me. It's like it's funny. It's like, yeah, all right, that's cool, man. But I just see cowboy, cowboy. But to me, that's it. Where would you dig, man? It's just
Yep.
like, if I had a kid that grew up and they're like, hey, dad, you raised me on rock and roll, but I'm into reggae, man. And be like, yeah, but you're from upstate New York. Like, where did the reggae come from? Be like, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm into, and now I have a Ja name or whatever, and that's who
Right,
I am. And it's like, okay, cool, but you're still from upstate New York, just so you know.
right. Yeah. I get it. I'm glad we covered it. I'm glad we listened to it, and thank you to the person that suggested it. I appreciate it. I like I said, it's not my thing necessarily, but it is a thing that like when I hear it, I don't want to turn it off. But
Right.
I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't normally listen to it, but I'm not like I can't stand it. It's just I appreciate it because I think that it is positive music. A lot of the songs are about social change and shit like that.
Yeah, and love and just like be
Yeah.
like, yeah, all the good, yeah,
So yeah, I
nothing
totally
negative.
get it. I think my favorite song was the one about weed. So um, got some good shit.
I got that. Oh, that one.
Yeah, yeah, that one.
That's what they should have been playing in the fucking dispensary, and then the goddamn computers wouldn't have shut down. But instead, they were playing whatever the fuck they were doing. It shut them down in the whole state. So
Yeah.
yeah, but what do we have? No, I do dig it. Great background music. Play it for your pot plants. They will grow stronger. I have actually seen that happen. That's true.
I think there's a lyric in the first song where I think he says, I might be wrong, but I think he says, prepare both of your lungs. It's time to get the weed smoking or something like that. And I just thought that was funny. Like, you guys ready? All right. Here goes a copious amount of marijuana smoke.
Prepare. How does one prepare lungs?
Yeah.
What is this? Some Hannibal Lecter shit? Like,
Yeah, like
prepare lungs while they're in your body. Okay, left lung and stretch, and right lung, and together, both lungs and stretch. Okay.
I just think of like a cartoon version of Rocky when he's in the cabin doing upside down sit-ups and preparing. He's wearing a headband and sweats, and his coach is there. Come on, Rock! And like, so I just picture a cartoon version of a pair of lungs doing upside down sit-ups with a headband on.
I just see a set of lungs with arms pushing that big ass thing full of rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they're all sitting, everyone's sitting in like, wee.
Yeah, and then the music is just like, ding, ding, ding,
yes.
ding. Like, it's just like, oh! The lungs, like.
The lungs are like,
and then his coach is just like a pot plant. Like, come on, Rock! And just like smoke coming out of his mouth.
Right, a bunch of bongs and pipes are cheering him on. Like, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Oh God. So yeah, thank you for submitting that. And
we appreciate it.
To the one who submitted it, I know who you are. Thank you very much. Hi there. And I want to say personally, this is a really good pick for you, the person who picked it, because I remember being with you one time at your home, and I said you put some music on, and it was a soundtrack to Lilo and Stitch. So this is a little bit better than that for me personally. I'm just not a big Disney fan. I gave him shit about it too. I was like, the fuck are we listening to? And he's like, soundtrack from Lilo and some Disney movie. And I was like, Disney movies have soundtracks? And we're listening to it? What the fuck's going on here? Like, is there a camera set up? I'm not into this shit at all. That's why with that being said, when I heard this music, I immediately thought of you. And I was like, is he at work, like doing his job right now, playing this? Like, and Alex is wearing a metal shirt, it just looks like, oh! And he's like, I want to be. It's like, I just don't see it. Like, order up.
Right.
I think, did you listen to this in your headphones, or did you let everyone know you were listening to this?
I didn't let everyone know.
I knew it.
I listened to it a couple times. Okay, so it's kind of funny actually. I listened to it at home when it was just me on the stereo. And then Callie and I were driving to the vet to pick up the dog. Mm-hmm. And she had my phone, and she was looking through iTunes for something to listen to in the car. And she was like scrolling. She's like, wait, were you listening to the Tribal Seeds? And I'm like, yeah. I knew you were going to find out.
Don't break up with me.
I should have just told you. I'm sorry.
Can we talk about this later? I'm driving.
And she was like, and then she was like, I was really into Tribal Seeds when I was younger. She was like, when I was like 20 or something. I've seen them. She's like, I've seen them a couple of times, because she grew up in like near San Diego and like
right.
in, like Palm Desert, India, like in that kind of areas. And so like that was like in that particular part of California, like, and just in California, like that music's very, very popular. And which I understand in a way, because it's really hot outside. Everyone's wearing like not a lot of clothes. You're drinking beer and you're just like in the sun and you just want to dance to reggae. I get it.
Sure.
So she turned it on and then she started singing some of the songs, and I'm like, I don't know if this makes it better or worse.
This is great. So people are like offering up music and we're listening to it. It's actually like like intertwining into our lives, and people are looking at us differently. Be like, I'm not changing, okay? I'm still the guy I said I am. That's no, but well, if I think I got a preview of what's for next week, so I can't wait to see how you do this.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
With that being said, shall we tell it what's on the menu for next week?
Yes. Next week, another friend of yours. We mentioned their name on the show. I don't know if we want to do it again. Rich.
Yes, Rich.
Okay. I believe it was you, Rich. You're the one that offered up Elohim.
Yeah.
So, and I gotta say, quite a contrast, by the way. So you offered up, you recommended Five Finger Death Punch. The album is the newest album called F8. I think that's what it just has the letter F and then the number 8. Fate. Fate.
Hopefully that's. Oh, is that what that is?
I think so.
Fate.
Fate.
Oh.
I just got it.
Oh.
Oh, we're a little slow, aren't we?
I haven't even heard it yet. You know, it could mean something totally different. Who knows?
No, I think yeah.
Yeah, is that me? Oh no, F-8. I think we should call it F-8. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, there's no dash. It just says F and then 8 and then just.
Oh, that's fate.
Yeah, just fate. I don't know. It's
all right.
Yeah. So that's the album. It's their most recent one, 2020. Five Finger Death Punch. F8. Fate. Five Finger Death Punch. Is that like fisting? Like, what is that?
Ooh, fisting to death?
I don't know.
That's your fate. Ooh, this ought to be interesting.
So yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well, that's what we're going to be listening to. If y'all want to join along, please do.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely going to talk about it next week. This is hey, I want to say thank you to those of you who have been submitting music. I would encourage you, the rest of you, to do the same. Get involved, man. Have fun, because as you can see, this it gives us more to talk about, because this isn't stuff that right now we're getting into stuff we haven't heard or don't listen to. So it's fun. This is fun. So I really enjoy it. Thank you guys very much for submitting music. No matter what we say, we definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And we will listen to whatever, and we won't be too mean. We'll just be as real as we can, however it sounds to us.
Right.
But thank you.
And that's the thing is, we'll be honest. We won't be mean, but we are trying to be funny. So
yeah, we're walking that line.
Yeah. Again, like Tony said, thank you very much for recommending bands and albums. So keep it up.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. I got to get back over there to the weed store so I can tell everyone else shit's closed down again. That's the hobby for the day. That's it. So thank you for watching. Tune in next week. Feel free to join along with the music. Feel free to submit some stuff. Catch us on Instagram, Titfoo69. Follow us on each one of our independent pages. If you like one more than the other, you don't have to tell us. Just do your thing. And of course, you found us on YouTube, so tell others. We appreciate it.
That's it.
That's it. We did it. All right. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Bye.